Hello there, and welcome to my presentation. Today I'm going to be talking about secondhand smoke and what the causes and effects of this disease. Public health problem. Secondhand smoke exposure contributes to approximately 41,000 deaths in adults and 400 deaths in infants each year. And take note that this number is only for non-smoking adults. Secondhand smoke also causes a lot of diseases such as stroke, lung cancer, and coronary heart diseases in adults, and also cause increased risks to sudden death syndrome, acute respiratory infections, and respiratory symptoms in infants. As you can, this disease occurs from inhalation of smoke from another cigarette, pipe, cigar, or tobacco. Where does this disease occur? This disease is a high risk of occurring in a multi-unit house because when someone starts smoking at the bottom floor, the smoke can travel up to the top floors, and this can infect the people that are non-smokers. It also is very common in workplaces, as when people take breaks, they like to go for smoke, and there's a stream of smoke in the air. Also, any public areas where children are free to roam is a very high risk of them receiving the second-hand smoke disease. Another big place to contact this disease is in the car. Americans spend a great deal of time in cars, and if someone smokes there, the toxin can build up very quickly, even when the windows are open or the air conditioner is on. Again, this is especially harmful to children because they are usually in the car with their parents and in the back, which the smoke can sometimes accumulate in. Moving on, some etiological factors consist of young children and young adults. It is very common for young children to obtain this disease since sometimes in a household a parent would be smoking and there was no one to take the children away from them and isolate them away from the smoke. So this is why it's very easy for them to contact this disease. It can also happen anywhere where they're smoking. So future risk for the community can include diseases during the childhood years leading to death, since this disease can be fatal, and parents losing time having to take care of the kid. This also doesn't include the discomforts that the child goes through, and some of these problems may add up into a huge medical bill. Moving on to our next topic, how to solve the problem. The first strategy is very simple. Stop smoking and staying away from smokers. This is a very easy and simple strategy that you can use to prevent yourself from contacting secondhand smoke and keeping your kids safe. Keeping friends, family, and visitors from smoking will also stop anyone from acquiring secondhand smoke. The second strategy, which is something that is usually put on by the state or the government, is to prohibit smoking in enclosed areas and in areas where the government gave the lease to. And these areas are mostly the popular ones. Usually in enclosed areas, smoke can accumulate very easily, and this can sometimes stick onto people's clothes or the walls, and usually they will bring this home to their kids, and the kids will inhale that too, and become infected. While walking on the streets, you can see some non-smoking or smoking prohibited signs that are put up by the states or the company, and this is usually to keep their employees or workers safe, and sometimes the customers safe too. At the bottom here, you can see some smoking restrictions placed on by California laws, and these two keep smoking prohibited within a 25 feet of any playground or tot lot sandbox area and a farmer's market, or any kind of farmer's market. This is a very common commerce place for sales, and customers sometimes bring their children with them, and this is increased risk for the children to contract secondhand smoke. Public health in the future. Literature talks about how we should do more research on secondhand smoke and what kind of diseases it causes. Since there isn't a solid line between secondhand smoke and cardiovascular disease, there should be more ways to prohibit smoking, but there isn't a lot to be done since people can always smoke illegally. My opinion on smoking is that people shouldn't smoke, but there's nothing really to stop them. And in order for you to not contact secondhand smoke, you should just stay away from people that are smoking. And here are my references. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you have a nice day.